Chat, we back. True crime slide in the building game. Now listen to me. Before we get into this, subscribe. I'm not gonna pause this video till you sub. You sub, thank you. We got mom discovers her 15-year-old son is a mass killer. Killing people at 15 is probably the craziest thing you could do. Killing people in general is crazy. But at such a young age, like you can't even go get your driver's license yet. You can't go into events by yourself.
Oh,
Hi.
sorry.
Hey,
What are
Papa.
we,
What's
what are
up,
we
bro?
killing at 15 for?
Carter.
Alright.
I'm the homicide detective.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to run a few things past you and talk to you for a few minutes. I know these guys has already talked to you.
Okay, yeah.
This is 15-year-old Julio Fabian Almentero being questioned by police after the bodies of two missing teenagers were found brutally tortured and buried in a remote desert in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And this is the moment his mother realizes what her son actually is.
Because right now what I think it calls flex. I think that all three of them got together and they shot at her car to scare her. Because I know that they're connected to your brother and they love you.
No, but not my son.
Then who was there? Andrea.
The police didn't know what to think at the start, but they soon discovered the alleged perpetrator, along with the motive for the heartless murders. Turned out to be more alarming than anyone wanted to believe. What comes next is a case that defies reason, logic, and explanation. A tragedy fueled by motives so dark and despicable that no one could have predicted what lay beneath the surface.
To your best knowledge, were they dead at that point? Or were they alive?
They were making noises, but I couldn't really say.
They were
It all
making a
started in
final wish
December
noises.
2018, when 14-year-old Ahmed Latif and 15-year-old Colin Romero were reported missing. No one had seen them leaving their houses, nor had any information about their whereabouts. 2 weeks after their disappearance, Sandoval County authorities found the boys buried in a shallow grave. An autopsy report revealed that the boys had been tortured before they were killed. Ahmed shot 19 times and Collins 9. It was a gruesome death. The detectives had no leads and were left with nothing until a
You shot him 19 times for what?
Snapchat video surfaced
For
online
what?
showing 19-year-old Stephen Goldman, known as Calypso, 22-year-old Jimmy Atkins, called Flex, and 15-year-old Julio Almentero, nicknamed Fafa, savagely beating Ahmed and Collins in the backseat of a car. Seeing this, an investigation was immediately launched, and after piecing together what happened, police officers identified the trio and immediately issued warrants for their arrests. Julio, the youngest, was the first to be tracked down and taken into custody.
Oh,
Hi.
sorry.
Hey, Papa. What's up, bro? I'm Carter.
Alright.
I'm the
A police detective, a homicide detective, if any law enforcement walks up to you and call you by your nickname, just admit to it. They know too much. They know too much. Unless that's just, if nobody calls you by your government name and everybody calls you by your nickname, cool. But if they walk up to you and you go by Julio in his case, or if you go by Jay, or you feel me? He walks up and calls you JJ or your street name, cooked.
homicide detective. Okay. I just want to run a few things past you and talk to you for a few minutes. I know these guys has already talked to
Okay,
you,
yeah.
but I just wanted to talk to you personally because I'm in charge of the case. Okay. So, and you're under, you and your mom both, and I'm sorry, what's your first name?
Andrea?
Andrea? Hi, Carter. Y'all understand your rights and everything. You've already been advised and everything. Is that correct? And you're still willing to talk to me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right. I think that's the right thing.
Yeah.
I honestly do. Okay. For you. Okay.
On February 9th, 2019, detectives took Julio back to the scene of the crime to piece together how the incident had unfolded.
So just kind of run me through the whole thing. And I know you already kind of told him the whole thing,
Okay.
but from the time that y'all first hooked up with Colin and Ahmed, kind of just run me through it.
Wait, like, what do you mean, though?
Well, from the first time that when y'all went over there to pick up the ounce or half ounce?
Yeah.
Just kind of forward.
Just kind of hash out everything we talked about last night.
So he got in and we were weighing it. It wasn't full. It wasn't a full.
It wasn't a full
ounce. It was or whatever. Yeah.
Was it supposed to be an ounce or half ounce?
I don't know. It was
Okay.
whatever they were getting.
So they didn't think it was.
It wasn't full. It wasn't. And then he's like, "Where's the other half?" And then that's when he started acting all weird.
Ahmed?
Yeah, that's when he acted all weird. And then that's when they're like, "What?" They're like, "That's weird. Like, why wouldn't you bring it all?" And then that's when they told me to hit him. And then
Who told you to hit him?
Calypso.
Okay.
And then that's when we drove off, and then we started driving and smoked. Then they were like, Flex would reach over and hit them, and then
How would he hit him?
just just reach back.
His fist?
Yeah,
So-
with his fist or his pistol or something.
Let's stop for a second. Let me just ask you a quick question. Run me through where everybody was sitting in the
I was
vehicle.
right there.
So you're in the right rear.
Yeah, they're right there.
Okay, so they're in the back seat. Who's sitting closest to the door?
Colin.
Colin is closest to the door. Ahmed's in the center. Okay, and who's sitting here in the front?
Flex.
Flex, and then Calypso is driving. Okay, I'm sorry. I just want to get my picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ahmed and Collins were new to the streets of Albuquerque. They had plans of making big money, and for them, the fastest route was selling drugs. In no time, they began making a name for themselves until they crossed paths with Calypso, Flex, and Fafa. That day, the deal was supposed to be simple: sell weed to the trio, but somehow, everything went horribly wrong.
We kept driving and driving. We're like probably, I know we're still like in city. We're probably like, I don't know where exact spots is. Like, we're driving up Lomas, I think, or something. And then that's when I punched them again because they told me to. And then that's when we were just driving, and I started smoking my blunt. And then that's when I told them to hit it. And that's when they're like cooling down. So everything cooled down. That's when everything cooled down, when we started smoking. I let them smoke with me, and then they ended up driving like farther and farther out, and I was like, "Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going?" And then they just kept going, driving. They kept talking like this, but we have music loud and stuff. But they're, when you're in the front seat, you can hear from what your conversation is, and
You couldn't hear them?
no, and they're like, they won't tell me where we're going, so it's making me sus, but I'm high, I'm my head's all f***ed up, I'm all just chill. I'm slumped, I'm just, and then they were just like going, and that's when they're like, "Where are we? I don't know where I'm at. And I was looking at them like, I don't even know where I'm at, dude. Like, and then that's when they took a road off, and then we came, and then that's when they got out, and then they pulled them out. They went like behind me.
Who pulled you out? Pulled them out.
They pulled them out, Flex and Calypso.
Okay.
I stayed in the car.
All right.
And then
Did they just say get out, or did
They
they
just
pull
get
them?
out.
Okay.
And then they got out, and then they went behind me, and then I was just like looking, and I kept going like that, and like going like that, and then after I was like, damn, what the, like, all right, I already felt what's probably gonna happen, but they didn't tell me this, you feel me? And then that's when I was like, okay, so I just like, I'm looking down, and I'm thinking, but I don't know, and then I hear the gunshots, and I'm like, and I look up, and then they're laying down, like, I just look away, and then I hear gunshots, and then they made me get out the car and help them put it in the trunk.
Okay.
It seemed the teenagers had been murdered for the sheer thrill of it. Julio, however, insisted that what he did in the video was only him following orders. Still, detectives needed to determine just how involved he really was in the crime.
So why would everybody be saying that they saw it on Snapchat that they were bound?
I don't know, that everyone...
So that's not true.
That's not true.
Okay.
That's not true.
Okay. Now, I need you to be quite honest with me about this, okay? And it may be difficult, especially with your mom in here, okay? But I got to ask you, all right? Did you have a gun?
No.
You didn't have any gun with you? Okay. Did you?
They had a gun, but I took it from them, and then Flex took it from me. He
Okay.
took it from me.
Okay. And I'm going to ask you,
Okay.
okay? It's not going to change your status with us.
Okay.
Okay. Did you or did they make you shoot them at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
So you didn't pull a trigger?
No.
Okay.
No, I did not.
I have to ask.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I got to ask.
Okay.
We just want to make sure.
Because
Okay.
here's the thing. If we talk to them and they go, oh, hell no, it was Fafa that pulled the trigger, I got to ask the question.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So I have something when they say that he did,
Yeah.
that,
You're going to
well,
go off of...
that's weird because he's saying that he didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've got to ask that question.
I did not. I did not. They did this.
Do you know why they did this? Was it just a rip?
I think. What's a rip?
They were just going to rob him.
Rip off?
Yeah.
It was a rip off. I felt like I don't think he planned it, but at the end of the day, I felt like they planned it.
You mean Clips?
Yeah.
And Flex? Okay.
Calypso and Flex.
Because that's what he does.
Yes.
And everybody knows he does it.
Were you scared of him, Fabian?
Yes. Honestly, yes.
You were scared of who?
Calypso.
Calypso.
Although detectives knew exactly how the teenagers were murdered, the bigger question lingered. What had led to Ahmed and Collins being tortured and ultimately killed? Was it a drug deal gone wrong or something else entirely? Either way, Julio had placed the blame squarely on Steven and Jimmy. On April 30th, 2019, detectives sat with Julio once again. Since he was only 15 years old and still a minor, his mother was asked to join them before any conversations took place. The detectives had reviewed the Snapchat video and discovered that Julio wasn't entirely honest with them.
So, you know, I've got the videos, right? Okay. So you kind of minimized, and I figured you did, a little bit of what you told us the first time, right? Okay. Not all cops are bad. Some are, but I'm just saying. Okay? But if, like I said, if you wouldn't have come in today, talk to me.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
I told him.
Yeah. So when I call and I need to talk to you, talk. Okay. If I'm coming after you,
He's not gonna
you're
tell
not
you.
gonna know.
Okay.
Okay. So, so just listen. Okay. And you need to listen to her because I'm going to tell you right now, one of two things is going to happen. You're going to be in prison for the rest of your life, or you're going to be 6 feet under. Look at Frenchie.
I know.
Okay. Look at Colin. Oh, that's another thing I needed to ask you. Glad that made me think of it. Getting back to this case.
Yeah.
Although Julio claimed Ahmed and Collins were killed over the weed, detectives soon uncovered that wasn't the whole story, and it wasn't the only reason.
What I understand is Goldman was setting up the weed deal. Okay. Who was he setting it up with? Colin or
I think
or
it was
Latif?
I think it was Latif.
Okay. So, and they were wanting to buy a gun.
They were wanting to buy a gun?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what I understand, Goldman says, yeah, why you want a gun? And whoever he was setting it up with, Colin or Ahmed, said, this dude robbed me.
And he was trying to get back at them?
And he was going to get the gun to take revenge on the robbery.
I heard that too.
Okay. Do you know who robbed him?
The kids?
Uh-huh.
No, I don't know that. No.
Because that's what got him killed, I believe. Because he told Goldman that some dude by the name of Flex did it.
Okay, yeah. So there's two flexes. There's two flexes out here.
Okay.
This other guy, Flex, he's like he looks exactly like this Flex.
Really?
Yeah. And I think that's who did it too.
What?
That robbed him, yeah.
So there's two different flexes.
Yeah.
Okay. Really?
Like remember in the beginning when this all happened, they were posting that other Flex. They were posting him all over Facebook.
Oh, really?
Rico something.
Oh yeah.
That's him.
That's Flex.
That's
So he goes
Flex.
by Flex also.
He does look like him.
Ah,
That's why they
okay.
got it mixed up. Like in the beginning, that's who they were thinking Flex was, but that is Flex. But there's another Flex.
So it's a different Flex.
Yeah, and I'm pretty.
Wow.
I think
And see, that's what I'm thinking that kind of caused this because, of course, Calypso is friends with Flex.
Yeah,
The
He's
other
think
Flex.
no, this
Oh,
Flex
yeah.
thinking
I thought
that.
he was friends with the other Flex too.
They are.
There's a
Are
picture
they?
of them together.
Yeah,
on
they're
Facebook.
friends.
So, what it sounds like to me is that y'all hit them first before they could hit Flex.
Oh,
Oh, like revenge
like if we were doing it
for
for
the other Flex.
For whoever, whichever Flex.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Okay, I see.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the second time, Julio maintained his innocence, insisting his only mistake was following the orders of Steven and Jimmy. Notice how detectives had been questioning him outside the interrogation room, and with his mother as they wanted him to be more comfortable, more willing to talk, and less defensive. But that didn't stop the detectives from confronting them more directly.
I have no idea who's in the car. What car? Whatever car, but they were in.
If you're not going to tell me what's going to happen, it's going to be worse.
I don't know
They need
who
it.
was
They
in the
need you.
car.
They need you.
I honestly don't know who was in the car.
You know that they need you.
I don't know.
Because it's
who
only
was
going to
in
make
the
it
car.
worse.
I don't.
He gives me a good breakdown of this shit because it's kind of blowing me. There's two Flexes. One of the Flexes robbed one of the little guys that got killed. But the other, I guess the other Flex is skinny. So I'm gonna call one the skinny Flex and the fat Flex. The fat Flex is the one that's locked up. And the one that did that drill. But he was doing it so that the young guys wouldn't get to the skinny Flex. To get the skinny Flex. Yeah. Okay, okay, okay.
If it comes back to you, it's going to be serious trouble.
After taking all necessary precautions, such as informing both Julio and his mother of their rights, the detective finally turned to the issue at hand.
Things have turned, well, I don't want to say turned. Things have started happening in regards to the case. Saying that, it is, I don't even want to say changing. We conducted an interview with Calypso, with his attorney. And everything that came out during that interview, it came out like I thought it would. That everything would be pointed in your direction and Flex's. Okay? It did not surprise me. Okay?
Wow.
It really did not surprise me. I fully expected that to go just like it did. Okay? And I want to clarify some stuff with you. Okay? In regards to the things that came up during the interview. Okay? That's one thing that I want to address. Then there's another one that I want to address with you and ask you about. So, and I'm not putting words into your mouth. I want you to tell me, but I'm just kind of paraphrasing
Okay.
what I remember that you've told me in the past.
Okay.
So, the day of the incident, you, Flex, and Calypso were in what vehicle?
White Buick.
Okay. All right. So, whose car was that?
Okay, so
Just tell.
So, you, Calypso, and Flex, and Calypso's driving? Okay. Y'all go over to the location that y'all met up with Ahmed and Colin. Is that correct? Kind of run run me through just briefly how that section came about. You know, when Colin and Ahmed came out to the vehicle. Tell me how that worked.
And he shook his hand, and then he was like, just hop in the back, and then
Okay, so which door did he get in?
this side.
The passenger
left.
or the driver's side?
Driver back, yeah.
Okay.
And he got in, and then we were just chilling, and then out of nowhere, Calypso just points his gun at him, and then,
Calypso does what?
oh no, actually it was because of the weed. It was, we were picking up some weed, and then he had some weed, and then Calypso was just like, where's the rest? And then he's like, this is what you wanted. And then he's like, well, where's the rest? And he's like, how much more do you need? And that's when Calypso pulled out the gun on him.
For reasons unknown, Steven suddenly demanded more drugs, far more than he had originally intended to buy. With a gun now in play, Ahmed had no choice but to hand over everything. Yet Steven's greed didn't stop there.
So he pulled it out. Where did he have it?
On the floor.
On the floor in front of him? Okay. All right, so he pulled it out and did what?
He just pointed at him. He was like,
At Latif? At Ahmed?
yeah.
Okay.
He was just like, just give me everything, and then started passing on him, and I'm just like, well, what do I do? So then he's like, take it, run his pocket. So then I took out his pocket, I took out his wallet, and I threw it, I put it in the mid. Like,
Okay, so you took out, he told you to get,
he told me to get out the wallet, yeah.
okay,
He
to get
told
the
me
wallet.
to find, he said, does he have money? And I was like, I don't know. So I looked in his pocket, and he had a wallet. I put it in the middle, and then I took the weed from him. I put it in the middle, and then I lifted up his shirt, and he had a gun. And then I took out the gun. Flex took it from me.
Even after robbing Ahmed, Julio revealed that Steven still wasn't satisfied. He wanted more.
So let me ask you this at this point. When Ahmed or Colin, either one, did either one of them pull a gun out and shoot in the vehicle?
No,
Okay.
no, not at all.
Did Colin have a gun?
No.
Okay.
The deal was over. The two teenagers were now trapped, unarmed, outnumbered, and completely at the mercy of the very people who had just robbed them. Julio later told detectives they stopped at a gas station near Tramway and Central to fill the tank before heading straight toward the West Mesa.
So you go to the West Mesa, to the same rough general area that you took us to.
Yeah.
All right. Walk me through that again.
Like, what do you mean?
What happens after you get to the West Mesa?
So we get to the Mesa, then we pull off right off of the road, off onto some dirt road, and then we go down for a little bit. And then he stops the car and he's like, get out. And he's like, get out. And then they start getting out. But we left the pants on. And then when they got out, he was like, take off your boxers and stuff.
Okay. All right. And then what?
And then that's when he got out the car. He got out the car.
Who is he?
Calypso.
Okay.
He got out the car, and then he shot one of them in the leg, and then he's like, he's looking at me dead in my eyes, like he wants to do it, and then I start pushing the gun my way, and then he's like, oh, he keeps saying it, and then I'm like, this is not our car, we can't, and then he's like, and then he starts driving again, but no one got shot on the way there.
So nobody got shot in the vehicle as you were traveling?
No.
Okay.
But something didn't quite add up. During the investigation, when police officers traced Ahmed's phone, they found it discarded along the freeway before the West Mesa. When pressed about this, Julio revealed that they had yet another devious plan.
Oh, let me back up. What happened to Ahmed's telephone?
He threw it out. He threw it out the window, but then he made him log in on his phone. He made him log in on Flex's phone, and then you know how they said that they seen the snap map in the Mesa, because they made him log in on their snap
On Flex's?
on
phone?
Flex's phone.
Yeah. But into their account.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing. They were trying to get more weed or something. Like I don't know.
Trying to make him get more money?
Yeah, like just keep getting more stuff and like I'm already like this is greedy. This is already greedy.
And was it Collins or Ahmed's Snapchat?
It was I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was on Ahmed's Snapchat.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And who threw Ahmed's phone out? Calypso did?
Yeah, he tossed it out.
Under pressure, Ahmed sent out messages, but none of his contacts replied. This only enraged Calypso further, to the point where he threatened to shoot Ahmed in the leg. Julio reminded him that it wasn't even their car, but that did little to stop the torment. The two teens were brutalized throughout the drive, their suffering recorded on Calypso's phone, until they finally reached the West Mesa, where they were and executed.
When Calypso and Flex shot Colin and Ahmed, who was it that told you to get out?
Calypso.
Calypso told you to get out. Okay. So when you get out, you help who pick up the boys?
I help Calypso carry one. Flex just picks up one.
Hey, okay.
Flex just picks up one by
himself. One by himself?
Yeah.
Oh, he's pretty good size. So, do you know which one that you helped put in?
Ahmed.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, to your best knowledge, were they dead at that point? Or were they alive?
They were making noises, but I couldn't really say, but I'm pretty sure he I feel like he was, but not for like not that long. Like
okay.
No, I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
But I feel like no.
Okay.
Even at this point, Julio distanced himself from the night's worst atrocities, insisting he never fired a single shot. Still, he admitted to taking part in the relentless beating of the teens before the gunfire ended their lives. As the interrogation pressed on, Julio described how the grim reality of what they had done slowly began to sink in.
So from there, once you put the kids back in the trunk, you go where?
Ooh, we start driving, then he starts flipping out, what do I do, and then he's like, who will help me, and then he's like, where's your uncle, and I was like, he's probably sleeping or whatever, because it was like 6, I don't know, it was like 8, calls him up, and he's like, hey, what are you doing, and he was just like, just driving around, he's like, meet me ASAP, I got 2, and my uncle's like, what, he's like, I'm not saying it on the phone. Just meet me. I got two in my trunk. And he's like, my uncle's like.
Anthony Aragon, Julio's uncle, eventually agreed to meet with the trio. Even after seeing what they had done, they drove back to Calypso's house, where, together with Calypso's father, Stephen Goldman Sr., they began trying to cover up the crime. It's a remarkable sight to see the mother next to him, hearing all that her son has done, and she definitely failed him as a mother.
We pull up to Calypso's house. We pull up like down the road from his house. Calypso's house, and then he's like, start cleaning out the car 500. I was like, what do you want me to clean? And he's like, just take out, like all their clothes, just put it in a bag. And I was like, all right. So I put it in a bag, and then he takes it from me, he gives it to Flex, and then he gives it to.
So did you all go back to Calypso's house at that point?
But down the road, and we parked right behind each other.
Okay.
We're just sitting there in the car, and he's like, they're just talking. They're like, Dad, this is where I hear it. They're just like parking. They park next to each other after I cleaned out the back seat or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, he puts the guns in the trunk. And
of which car?
My uncle's rental.
Okay.
He puts them in the trunk, and then me and Calypso get into his car.
Into
my uncle's. And my uncle gets into the Buick.
To the Buick.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Flex and him, they drive off. And then
was his dad around at that point?
Yeah.
Was he telling his dad anything?
Him and his dad went into his dad's room, started talking, and not cleaning tools. Not cleaning tools. He has like a case, like a case that you can put it in.
Oh.
Like a tool bag, like for a gun.
Okay.
And he just, but like for like kind of a lot of guns, and then
okay.
He puts them in there, and he starts wiping them down, and he's like, what are you about to do with these, Dad? And he's like, I don't know, I just need to take them off of you. I I'm taking them from you, and then
Goldman's dad took those guns to get rid of them.
yeah, I don't know to get rid of them, but like save them for him and whatever.
So he had them.
Yeah, he had them.
Okay. After he knew that.
He knew the situation, so he helped the situation to put them away from him.
And that's, you're saying that because Calypso told his dad what had happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
He told him.
All right. I just got to make sure I understand everything.
Yeah.
It's worth noting that throughout the interrogation, Julio's mother showed no emotion, even as her son recounted the brutal acts committed against the two teens. She sat silently in her chair while Julio described how he had tried to get some sleep, only to be shaken awake by Calypso with the very news he had always feared would come.
And then he was like, he woke me up out of my sleep like, get up, get up, get up. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? And he's like, we gotta go. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, let's go, we gotta go. And I was like, okay, so I'm waking up. I'm putting my sweats on, and I'm barely getting up. I'm like, what's happening, bro? And he shows me the phone, and it has both of their faces on it, on the crime watch or whatever. And I was like, what is it saying or whatever? And he's just like, that they're missing, and that the last person they were with was me, and I need to leave. So I was like, all right.
Calypso.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, dude. Where are we going? And he was just like, he's like, well, we need to find Flex. And we picked up Flex from, I don't know where. I don't know where he was. Yeah, I think he was at one of his homies.
My bad for the lack of commentation, but this shit's crazy interesting game. I'm not gonna lie.
Something. We picked him up. He's like, we gotta go. How much money you got on him? He's like, at least 200. I had like 500. He had like 800 or some shit. Calypso. And he's like, all right, bet. We're gonna take a trip.
Along with the dark plans they had been making, Julio told detectives they decided to skip town for a few days, hoping everything would blow over by the time they returned. They left in Anthony's rental car, but after a few days of sleeping in it, they eventually came back to the house. That was when a loud knock echoed at the door.
We ended up coming back to the house. We just ended up staying at the house again, and then we just hear boom, 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 and he thought it was the cops. I wasn't even awake, and he was awake, and then his sister answers the door. She's like, hello, who are you? And he's like, my nephew here from Young. He's like, I need my fucking car now. And Jada was like, I don't even know you. You can't be coming up here like that. And he's like, I need to talk to your brother and Fafa now. And then she's like, okay. So then she woke up me, and she's like, your uncle's outside, and he can't be banging on my door like that. I was just like, what? I was like, what? I get up, I go out there and talk to him, and he's like, he was just mad. He's like, where you guys been? It was been like 3 days, and then he's like, I've been looking for y'all. No, it's actually been like 2 days or a day.
That's fine.
Yeah, and then
I'm not holding you to that.
Oh yeah, and then he's like, I need my car back, and I need all that. I need to clean it out because that's a rental, and I can't get charged for it or something. And I was like, all right. So I'm out there cleaning. Calypso's sleeping. I have to do it by myself. So I started cleaning out the rental.
Did your uncle tell you, Calypso, or Flex that you're aware of? Did he tell them that they needed to get rid of that vehicle?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said that he tried to clean it out or something. He tried to clean it out or something. He's like, I can't clean it. He's like, I can't clean it, so you guys need to get rid of that car.
Did he tell them how they needed to get rid of it?
No, he was just like, you guys need to get rid of it.
Later that day, in a desperate attempt to return
Outside, I'll be right back.
To some sense of normalcy, the group went out for food, but Calypso soon left with his sister for Portland, where he was later taken into custody, leaving Julio and the others behind in an uneasy, suffocating silence.
We're just chilling, talking, smoking, whatever, and then he's like, I get a call from Calypso, and he's like,
You did.
yeah, from his sister's phone, and I was not my phone, because I didn't have a phone at the time. He called Amelia or something off of his sister's phone, and he's like, tell Fava that the keys are in the backseat. I left them with him. I just talked to my dad. You need to give him the keys now.
Okay, so let me make sure I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
You finish up with the eating at Dion's.
Yeah.
Okay, and
We're still at Dion's.
you're still at Dion's.
Yeah, no, we're still at Dion's.
Okay, but Calypso and his sister had already left.
Yep.
He tells you that he left the keys,
in the car.
in the back of the car.
Yeah, not in the Buick, in Emilio's car.
Oh, in Emilio's car.
Yeah, in Emilio's car.
And that you need to give the keys to who?
His dad.
To his dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he sent me the number of his dad.
Okay.
And then I called him. I was like, I'm at the Dion's, whatever. He's like, okay, I'll call you when I'm there. And then he calls me and he's like, walk to the end of the street by these apartments, and I'm right there. You'll see me. I'm like, all right. Walk. He's all, come by yourself.
Okay, so he takes the Buick at that point.
Yep.
Okay.
It's in his custody.
All right. Okay.
At that point, it felt as though the walls were closing in on Julio as the detective pieced together everything he had said. Yet, there was still one final question that needed to be answered. The surveillance footage was blurry, but clear enough to identify the crew robbing 5 different drugstores. Once again, Julio tried to downplay his role, claiming he was only the lookout, hoping to avoid getting in more trouble than the one he was already in.
Here's the bad news about all of that.
Well, it's coming up.
It may.
See?
But here's the worst part. It's federal.
Yep.
Pharmacies are federal. DEA. Federal charges. Okay? And I know that
you think I could still get in trouble just for being with them?
you could.
Bad news is fucking
But, again, with you being honest with me,
Why is she still talking though? Like all this is your fault. Had you been you know what? I don't even want to put that on her, but I'm putting it on her. Had you been active and a good mother in his life, none of this shit would have happened.
I think that'll help you.
I don't even mean to cuss like that, but
I'll be straight up.
You know what I was
honest with
looking
that,
for
'cause that was
when I
just straight.
found that?
What?
Because my brother said that they had video.
Of him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was looking it up on
Oh,
YouTube.
they do.
Yeah?
It's horrible.
No, but on YouTube.
Oh, I don't know about that. Somebody probably leaked it out.
I was looking for it on YouTube, and I came
And that's
across
what you
that
found?
shit.
Yeah. It was casino security
Oh.
on your brother and the rest of them.
When we were talking the other day, he's like, I regret it so much. I'm like, dude, I told your ass not to go. He tried to take me with, he wanted me to go. I said, hell no.
The weight of his choices was finally beginning to catch up with him, but Julio was about to learn just how much trouble he was truly in.
So, what were they taking during those?
Lean.
Huh?
Lean. Promethazine. Lean.
What is that?
Like
Cough syrup.
Cough syrup.
Oh, it's the
Lean.
to make the drink.
Promethazine.
Yeah, to make the drink with
Yeah.
Sprite. Yeah.
Yeah. So, is that all they were taking from there?
Yep.
They weren't taking Xannies
No.
or anything else.
No.
Just the.
The lean. That's what they were wanting.
Okay. So
I told you.
they took
I
that.
know, I already know. I told him. Because I'm like, dude, what else are you getting yourself into?
Haven't been
So-
nothing. That's what you said, huh?
I said, I bet you it's about that YouTube video.
Tell me about other ones like that in another city.
In another city?
Uh-huh.
Another city. Albuquerque.
You ever been to Phoenix with them?
Phoenix, Arizona?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was the first one, and I was sleeping. They stopped in.
too much stuttering, and he's young, so you know he's lying.
Well, around Phoenix.
Yeah.
It may not have been actual.
gonna try
Phoenix.
Too much stuttering, and he's young. You know he's lying.
Yeah, they went up in there, and I was asleep.
Is that what they were taking?
I
Those.
was asleep in the car, and I woke woke up to him running out. I woke up to him running out of the store.
Of which?
Of Walgreens.
Of a Walgreens?
Yeah.
Okay. And
or a Walgreens or a CVS.
Okay. So is that what they were taking there too?
Huh?
What did they take in the Phoenix area?
Lead.
Same thing. Same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was saying he knew somebody out there.
Mm-hmm.
He knew somebody out there in Vegas or in California that pays like cause you know how in the stores like it's cheap, but in the street you can
right.
You can throw that off for like 800. Yeah, you can throw it off for like 800. No, like out here it's like 300 or something. If you take it out there, they're selling it for like at least like 800, 900 around a pipe.
So,
damn,
y'all hit 3 places in Vegas that you were with.
That I was with them, yeah.
Okay.
Julio's mother blamed her brother for everything and insisted her son had been roped in against his better judgment. But regret or not, the damage was done, and Julio was left to face the consequences. Meanwhile, Calypso shifted the blame onto Julio, Flex, and Anthony. It took prosecutors 5 years to build an airtight case against them all, and in February 2023, the trial finally began. The group went to extraordinary lengths to cover their crimes. They burned the white Buick used to transport the teens' bodies and even returned to the remote desert to rebury them. For the families of Ahmed Latif and Colin Romero, each testimony served as a painful reminder of the boys' suffering.
This is all I have left of him. My son's frightened face and screams haunt me with every step I take now. I will never get those images out of my head.
Okay, yeah. While killing them was dead wrong, like worst outcome possible. Everybody's mother, parent, father, dad, uncle, nephew, they all failed him, right? RIP to them young souls, but it's like y'all let them get into the streets. Clearly, y'all wasn't doing something that forced them to flip their hand and try to go sell drugs. Put them in situations to where they started selling drugs and got put into the situation that put them into the situation that got them killed. Like at some point, all the crying and all that, like I gotta stop because it's like you want to put the blame on everybody else but your kids. Probably not talking about he was a great guy, but he was planning to go kill somebody or at least rob somebody, rob them at minimum. But it's like it caught up with him first, so I never understood that. I'm never gonna understand that. Don't paint that picture of your kids knowing what they was getting into.
Stephen Goldman Jr., Jimmy Atkins, and Julio Almontero were convicted of kidnapping, armed robbery, and tampering with evidence. On May 1st, 2023, they were each sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms, up to 60 years before the possibility of parole. Anthony Aragon was convicted of tampering with evidence and conspiracy, receiving a 6-year sentence. Meanwhile, Stephen Goldman Sr. pleaded guilty to tampering with evidence and was sentenced to 4 years in prison. Although none of this could bring back the lives of Ahmed and Collins, it offered their families at least a measure of justice.
Hey, honestly, bro, all this shit could have been avoided had people not jumped in the streets. Stop doing dirt, kids. You will get caught. Shot the flight.